Hello and welcome to this short video tutorial on the Acacia Online template, which we're going to furnish with module content. Well, this is the base page of Acacia Online Learning Hub, and the first thing you'll need to know if you've volunteered or agreed to furnish and populate a module is where to find it. So this is the courses menu, and if we go down here, for example, to level 5 HRM, you'll see the modules listed. Well, the first job I'm going to do is try and show you what the template looks like when it has some content and give you a kind of overview and a picture of what the sites or the modules will look like online when they're completed. So I've clicked 5 EML because there is some content in there already. Now, I haven't got a very good internet connection just here where I am, but this is 5 EML, and slowly an image should load in the background there, the same as the one on the front page. As we go down, you'll see a navigation menu, and although this might change, basically speaking, it will have links to the different learning outcomes of each module, and there we are, learning outcomes 1 to 6, plus also some other links, possibly to team pages and to the Google Meet or Google Hangout that we'll be using when we deliver, and possibly also to team hangouts, but that's yet to be finalized. On the front page, you have an introduction in a text box, and you have indicative content, which is really organized by the different learning outcomes. So fairly straightforward. This is the plan of what the template will offer, what the site will offer when it's completed. A front page for each module, and then individual pages for each learning outcome. Now I'm in edit mode, so it doesn't directly open learning outcome 1, but you can see a little link here, which I can open even when I'm in editing mode. So while we wait for that to load, what I'll say is that each of these learning outcomes then has a restatement, there we are, a restatement of the first learning outcome here, and on the right there is a set of slides. Now these are created in Google Slides, and they are base slides or generic slides. They're quite rudimentary, they're quite skeletal, but you are able to adapt them if you wish. Now it's your call whether you teach from these slides or whether you personalize the slides a little bit and teach to your own version of the slides from something called a Google Community. And you'll notice if I open this up like this, you'll notice that the first slide says these are generic slides for the unit. Your tutor may have provided session-specific slides on a Google Community, and there will be a link from the first slide in each case to a Google Community if one exists, if you've set one up. As before, we can click and go through the slides as they appear on this generic slide pack. Now, if you want to adapt these slides or add to them as they appear, like adding your own name or the cohort name, click on Settings and then open the editor. And that enables you then to change the content. Just loading quite slowly here. Hopefully you'll have a better connection when you do this. So here are the slides, and here is the first slide view. So we could, once we're here, we can edit these slides and personalize them as we wish, but without going too far, because if you are going to personalize the slides, then we're recommending you put your set of personalized slides onto the Google Community for your cohort of students. So I'll just undo that out of courtesy to the author of this set of slides. So there we are. I'll just close that down now. You can see how easy it is to make minor changes to that slide deck. Well, here we are, learning outcome 1. I go down, an introduction to the learning outcome in a text box. Sorry, we're not in learning outcome 1. Let's go back to learning outcome 1. That will load up, hopefully. There we are, learning outcome 1. A restatement of the learning outcome, as I said, and there is the slides. There are the slides that we looked at. Underneath that, there's text, and that's simply created in a text box which is inserted over here, and I'll show you how to use these tools in a moment. Text and content related to this particular assessment criterion number 1. You can put links into the text if you wish, so you could link a case there. Not sure if that one is linked, but you can put hyperlinks into the text as well. Now you can ask the students to preview this page and the text if you wish, or you can work through it while you're in the session. Another feature of this new Google Sites is that we can import a slideshow into this first assessment criterion information simply by adding a YouTube video or embedding a video. More on that later. So there we are. And at the end of the different assessment criteria, another video there on ACAS, at the end of that, there will tend to be a task. Now, these tasks are in the format of Google Forms, and our thinking at the moment is that where individual tasks are being undertaken by students, we'll embed a Google form into the site like this, so that everybody, having looked at the slides, possibly with the tutor, having run through the text and discussed the issues, would then complete this series of questions on assessment criterion 1, 1.2, 1.3, and then at the end of it, submit their response. They could ask for a copy of the responses if they wish. So the tutor will then get all those responses with the name and email address of the tutor who completed it. Quite a neat way to check on learning. So that's really the template as it is at the moment. I go back up to the navigation menu and click on Learning Outcome 2. You'll see that that's pretty much the same. Sorry, the content's loading so slowly, but it's the same format as Learning Outcome 1. Here we go. Learning Outcome 2, how to manage recruitment. Another set of slides. Then a video on the Equality Act and 9 protected characteristics. Quite nice visually. I think this is something that would be quite good fun to work through with students as they undertake the module. So there we are. That's really the layout, the design, and the thinking behind the template as far as we've got so far with it.